Nice to see you today. Thanks for connecting with me this morning, this beautiful morning here where I am. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but it's going to be a hot one today. It's going to be a day spent all day by the pool, and I'm here for it. Okay, so today I want to talk about clearing your debt for good, okay? I just finished speaking and teaching some students in Money Mindset Academy for her around the subject of forgiveness, which is very important. It is a very important part of increasing your money mindset, increasing your bank account, and decreasing your debt, okay? So I'm going to share with you some steps that I take you through that I've personally gone through to clear my debt in regards to earning. If you're hopping on, say hello. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. So happy you're here. Okay, so I first want to read this one quote to you, okay? And it says, by acknowledging your past and releasing your negative past, you can create room for a beautiful future. It is an incredibly powerful process, one that will immediately shift you from a place of pain and anger to a high vibrational frequency of love. And what we're talking about there is forgiveness. How many of you have debt that crosses your mind every day? Let's just say it rules your life. It's like an elephant in the room. It's like something that it's the last thing you think about before you go to bed and the first thing you think about when you wake up. And your whole world revolves around that debt that you've accumulated. Now, how many of you are happy about that and you're joyful and you're excited? I'm here to say probably not. You're probably carrying emotions like shame, guilt, anger, frustration around carrying that debt. And those are lower vibrational emotions. I teach this all in the academy so you can understand it thoroughly and apply it to your own life. How I've been able to personally 360 my money mindset, even growing up in a wealthy environment, was through the energetics of money. Knowing that everything is energy, thoughts are energy, feelings are energy, and really tying that together with self-worth. Because if you don't have the self-worth and you're trying to earn X amount of dollars, it's not going to connect. You've first got to build the foundation, which I teach you, and then you got to understand the energetics behind it. So shifting from those lower vibrational emotions to the more higher vibrational emotions, which I also teach you, from then you will receive. Okay, so I just want to touch on forgiveness for a bit because this could be your money block in itself holding you back. Because if you are doing what I just said day in, day out, and wondering why you're not getting out of debt or why things are happening for you, that is why. Because what you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on, the lack of money, the debt, and the shame and guilt around that, that's exactly what you're going to get. So here's what I'm going to give you 5 steps that you can take right now to help shift that, okay? Now, if you want to go deeper, you can come into the academy and I will teach you deeper. I will give you the journaling, the lessons in the workbook to help you work through that. But here are 5 things that you can do right now to help shift and forgive your debt, because you need to forgive yourself before you can move on. So first, what are your lessons that you learned? What did you learn in accumulating that debt that now equip you to move forward and not repeat that pattern, okay? So likely you've learned your lesson. You're looking back, you're feeling guilty, shameful, regret on those spending habits that you once had, and now you're in a place of, okay, I've learned my lesson. God, source, if you help me find the way to dig out of this debt, I will not do it again. I have learned my lesson, right? So that's the first thing, is learning your lesson, right? Wanting to get out is a good thing. It means you've learned your lesson. You do not like your current situation. You're ready to move past it. Number 2 is identifying your triggers. What were your triggers? Why did you happen to spend that amount of money to get you into the debt in first place, okay? A lot of it comes from mindless spending. So if you don't have a solid foundation of self-worth, confidence, self-image, you may find yourself mindlessly spending to fill a void. I need that new outfit because it's going to make me feel good short term. I need to buy that car because then I'll be keeping up with my peers, right? You're doing it coming from a place outside of you where you think it's going to fill a void, when the magic is you just have to go within and work on yourself and build your self-worth and self-image to no longer need to fill a void, right? If you don't address your triggers before moving forward, it's more than likely that you are going to continue to repeat those patterns and say get out of debt. You may find yourself falling right back into debt. This is why people who win millions in the lottery end up going bankrupt within a year, okay? They haven't addressed those root triggers. Number 3, what do I have for number 3? Releasing and letting go, okay? You now are at a place where you know that you're ready to move on. You've identified your triggers. Now you need to reprogram your thoughts, release and let go. So there's no more thinking about this debt every day, okay? You are now drawing a line in the sand and thinking about abundance and the opportunities all around you, okay? You are no longer letting debt control you. You need to stop giving debt all the power. It's neither good or bad. It just is. The only reason you are hyping it up is because you feel that it's bad. It's basically just a choice to pay something off over time. So you need to release that and move forward. It just is. Okay, it is just debt. Okay. Next, you need to, where are we at? Number 4. You need to, I'm losing my train of thought. So we've got learning, releasing your triggers, reprogramming and releasing, and then forgiving. So to forgive, to truly forgive and let it go, do you need to confess to someone? Have you been holding this in because you've been hiding it from your husband or your parents and it's just been eating you up alive? Do you need to get it out and confess to someone what it is that you're holding in yourself, inside of you, hiding, in order to clear it? Okay, that's one way of releasing it and forgiving it. 2, you can do a symbolic way of clearing when that's writing out everything. Maybe it's how much debt you have, maybe it's a credit card bill, maybe it's a bank statement, and burning it. That is symbolic. You are burning it, you are letting it go, okay? So that is the 4th step, is you need to physically release it, either by communicating it or doing it symbolically by burning it. And number 5 is you need to take action. So now that you've released this burden on your back, now that you've moved past and you're no longer going to think about it every day and hold those emotions of shame and guilt. Instead, you are choosing to focus on the opportunities, choosing to focus on the abundance that is around, and having a solid knowing that you have the ability to turn it all around. That is key. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that there is something that you are co-creating with, that you are connecting with, that is guiding you, that everything happened for a reason. You are now equipped to move on and create massive things. Okay, so what's going to happen now is you are going to get intuitive nudges. Things are going to come to you. Ideas are going to come to you. Certain people are going to come into your life that will guide you. Opportunities will be presented to you. It is now up to you to take action. Because if you're not open to seeing the possibilities and the opportunities coming and being presented in your life to then take action to get you out of debt, then all that work on number 1 to 4 that you put in is pointless. Okay, you have to be willing to take the opportunities presented to you because they are bridging the gap of where you want it to go. You've done the work, you've shifted your mindset, you've forgive yourself, you've burned the things, you've told the people, you have stopped thinking about those massive debt numbers and those emotions, and you've switched. You've done a lot of the hard work, but now you need to take action. So those are the top 5 things that you can do right now to start shifting your mindset around your financial situation. If you want to dive deeper, we go into money blocks, we go into the how to raise your frequency and vibration so that you attract more easily. We go into self-image, which is the foundation of it all, and how to build yourself up. We talk about releasing. It's a self-paced program with a workbook included, and the key and the magic happens in the workbook. You can also catch my podcast. It's on Apple iTunes, Money Mindset for Her. I release an episode every Monday. If you are currently stuck, I have an episode coming out for you tomorrow about how you can create additional income streams to help you then pay that debt. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I would love to hear where you are in your debt-free journey. Just pop them in the comments below, and we'll see you back here again. Bye, guys.